It's lights out and away we go. Very good start from Kimi Räikkönen. Bottas and Hamilton having to watch out as he steams down the middle. Bottas is going to get squeezed out here. Hamilton takes the lead ahead of Räikkönen, and then Bottas, Räikkönen goes wide. Verstappen has started well. Vettel going wide and Leclerc as well. It's Hamilton, Räikkönen, Verstappen, Bottas down into fourth. He's had a dreadful start at the pole sitter. As towards turn 3 we go now, and Kimi Räikkönen trying to make his way around the outside, and he's locked up. He's going to lose places there as Verstappen comes back on the inside. Räikkönen rejoins the track just ahead of the Red Bull, and there's the Renault of Carlos Sainz going wide as well, and at the back there's a damage to a front wing of Stoffel Van Dorn.
And now Bottas coming around the outside and reclaiming second place. Raikkonen went in too fast to turn 3, had to go wide, managed to keep some momentum. Bottas recovering well. We saw Ocon down the grass as well, out of turn 2 into 3. And look at this then. Verstappen and Räikkönen.
Max Verstappen swapping places metre by metre. Verstappen has got ahead of the Kimster, who hasn't picked up a place on the opening lap in 2018. He's really going for it today, locking up almost into every single corner. As towards the end of the first lap we come now. Lewis Hamilton leads from Valtteri Bottas, Max Verstappen and Kimi Räikkönen. Let's have a look at Kimi Räikkönen here. 3 abreast coming up to turn 1.
Fantastic driving from all 3 of them.
How did Räikkönen not touch Bottas as well?
Brilliant, look at that.
So behind Räikkönen, Vettel also gets squeezed out wide, and now you can see the effects of that slipstream on the way up to turn 3.
Yeah, Lewis covering the inside nicely, and Kimi, colder front tyres, been sitting on the grid, colder brakes as well, a long run up there. And at some point in there, Bottas got a fantastic release off of turn 3 and got himself back into position.
Making his way around the outside comes Valtteri Bottas.
Yeah, they're busy squabbling. Kimi was wise enough to see the Mercedes down the outside of him, and that was very calm-headed.
We're on board with Sebastian Vettel now. DRS is enabled, and down the inside goes Sebastian Vettel. Did he make contact there with Romain Grosjean? There wasn't much room. He tried to force his way through. Vettel up into 6th place.
Renault
Nico
in
Hülkenberg
trouble. Yes.
in trouble, I think, there. And pulling over to the right-hand side. Oh, there's an engine failure.
I lost power. I lost power.
Too young to smoke, this engine, and it's still under guarantee, I would say.
Try to stop. Yeah, it's game over.
Valtteri Bottas, the pole sitter, is retiring from this race. And what has happened to his car or his engine? We know what's happened to his race. It's been ruined.
My gearbox is gone. Gearbox is gone.
When is this guy going to catch a break in 2018?
Oh, yeah. Sort of disengaged in there somewhere, didn't it?
What it is doing is causing an awful lot of action in the pit lane.
Okay, obviously Hamilton did not pit and is staying out. So we are now within his pit stop window.
Oh, there we go. Crofty, just keep an eye on this one. Yeah, and this is going to be a tremendous slipstream and DRS. Kimi's going to have to stay on the inside and get punchy on the brakes, and it's a clean pass for Daniel Ricciardo.
Kimi locks up into the bargain as well, and he seems to be struggling a bit on those soft compound tyres. Hamilton comes into the pits. Ted.
Yeah, so Mercedes' explanation as to why they didn't pit earlier was because it's the dilemma of them being the leader. They thought if they pitted, then the Red Bulls or the Ferraris might have stayed out and held us up by splitting their strategies over 2 cars, whereas Mercedes now, of course, since Bottas retired, only had 1 car in play.
Well, he's emerged behind Verstappen and Ricciardo, and behind Kimi Räikkönen.
The Red Bull has a big blisters in the left rear.
Understood, so push, Kimi, push.
And now Räikkönen throws to the rear wing of Ricciardo. There goes Kimi Räikkönen on Daniel Ricciardo around the outside into turn 3. Ricciardo stays ahead. Had the inside line, but look how he struggles to get on the power out of turn 3. And now Kimi Räikkönen closing on that Red Bull. He's side by side with him. Not for much longer, he's not. Kimi Räikkönen up into 2nd place. And there goes Sebastian Vettel and Lewis Hamilton on the run towards turn 3. Vettel's on the inside of Hamilton, and the man who's 2nd in the championship overtakes the championship leader on the track.
I don't get it, guys. Just throwing away a win.
Lewis, it's James. I have thrown away the win today, but you have the potential opportunity to get back up.
Oh dear. Daniel Ricciardo has got a mechanical problem. He is out of the Austrian Grand Prix. He pulls over and he parks up, and whilst his teammate Max Verstappen is leading, Daniel Ricciardo has a DNF.
We're okay. No, we're not okay. We're not okay.
So I wonder if it's another gearbox issue, Martin.
It looks to me like hydraulics again. That's going slowly.
That's Lewis Hamilton. And he's pulling over, and Lewis Hamilton, the championship leader,
Lost tower.
Okay, stop.
is out of this race. And certainly Leclerc not in a position he wants to be here. He's very close to Gasly, wants to try and get past him. Ericsson's waiting to pounce. Leclerc goes to the outside, does get past the Toro Rosso. Now Ericsson wants to have a go round the outside as well, but Charles Leclerc has now put his Sauber up in a 9th place. Ericsson's in the points, running in 10th and ahead of Pierre Gasly. He's never ever stood on the top step of the podium here at the Red Bull Ring, and for that matter, neither of his team. But for the team and for the man, the moment has come now. Max Verstappen wins the Austrian Grand Prix. Ferrari with Kimi Raikkonen ahead of Sebastian Vettel make up the other 2 podium places. For good measure, Raikkonen put the fastest lap of the race in on the very fast lap, and it's a new lap record as well.
Spot on, Max. Spot on, mate. Mode 1. That was textbook.
Yes! Oh, this feels good. Oh, yes!